Hi, I'm Olav Basoski. Welcome to Making EDM in Ableton Live. To start, let me briefly go through the big features of Live. If you already know how to find your way around the app, you can skip this part, of course. This is the way Live opens by default. You get one audio track, one MIDI track. The MIDI tracks hold MIDI, of course, and the audio tracks hold audio. These are the clip slots. Clip slots have a play button, but since there is no clip now, these are stop buttons for the moment. You stop clips with these buttons. This is the master track. This doesn't have any clip slots, it has scenes. They also have a play button, and all the clips in a scene can be started with these play buttons. This row, for instance, can be a scene. It can contain clips from all the tracks in your session, like these. So if you have more tracks, a scene can start clips on those tracks too. Here's the browser. You use the browser to find and audition your sounds. You know, instruments, samples. You'll also find your effects here. This is probably the fastest audio browser on the planet. It's amazing. You open and close the browser using this icon here. You could also go to View, then Browser, and Show. A shortcut to make life easier. Option Command B. So, clicking Option Command B toggles the browser in and out of view like that. The first icon in the browser shows you the live devices, the instruments, MIDI effects, audio effects. Some of the instruments you get for free, some of them you need to buy separately. The free sampler, for instance, is the simpler here. All kinds of cool MIDI effects here, arpeggiator, chord player, etc. And then there's the audio effects. These are the live plugins, the audio plugins like compressors, EQs, and so on. From this icon, you can activate your third-party plugins like VST or audio units. Clicking this takes you to the preference window where you can point to the folder on your system that contains your plugins. These three buttons, they are user definable, but the first points to the live library, so I'd suggest you leave that where it's at. Then this icon here. This opens up the groove pool, the Ableton Live groove pool. This is where you drop grooves, or actually quantize settings, and you can assign those grooves to your clips on your tracks, be it MIDI clips, audio clips. We'll look at the groove pool a lot more later. This large part of the window has dual functionality actually. It serves both as a channel strip area and as the clip editor, meaning that when you're on an audio track, you can drop audio here. When you're on a MIDI track, well, it says right here, you can drop MIDI effects, audio effects, instruments, or samples. You open and close this part with this button right here. And with these tabs to the left, you can show either the inside of a clip, like this, or the channel strip, like this. There's no clip selected now, so there's nothing to see. This page is called the session view. As you can see, audio tracks have their own fader. And over here you decide what you wish to see of the session view. This here is part of the scroll bar, of course, so it won't do a lot now. But clicking I/O brings up the inputs and the outputs of your tracks. Gives you a couple ways to route stuff. Like audio is going to the master, or audio is coming from blank blank, monitoring, etc. The S is for sense, like on a mixing desk. You want to send somewhere, so R is for returns. If you want, you can create more returns and more sends if you need them. M is for the mixer itself. Faders are gone now. See? The D is for delay. That's track delay. That allows you to delay tracks against each other in milliseconds or in samples if you wish. And the bottom one is the crossfader. That's very useful in case you plan to DJ with Ableton Live. This here is stop clips that will stop all clips in all scenes and all tracks in one go, which is handy. Tracks have their own stop clips too. They stop all clips on the given track. So that's more or less the session view. Coming up is the only other window in Live, and that's the arrangement view.